This is wrestling's greatest moments.
Hey now, wrestling fans. It's time for another episode of Wrestling's Greatest Moments, Who's Dat Wrestler, where we provide 5 clues and you have to guess the wrestler's identity. The less clues you need to get the answer, the better your score. Before we get started though, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Here are the rules. You have 5 clues to guess each wrestler's identity. That is, the wrestling name they're best known by. This week, we're adding a picture clue. You'll get a picture of a wrestler that is blurred out. As the clues progress, you'll see more of the wrestler, which will hopefully give you a better idea of the wrestler's identity. Keep in mind that as the categories get more challenging, the picture clues will also be more challenging. For example, you may get a picture of a wrestler after a hair versus hair match that makes it more difficult to guess their identity. As always, if you answer the question with the first clue, you get 5 points. If you answer the question by the second clue, you get 4 points, and so on, with the 5th and last clue being worth 1 point. If you don't answer the question within 5 clues, you get a whole lot of nothing. Dare to play the wild card? If you're willing to take a risk, consider playing our wildcard question. We'll give you the subject. The question could be easy, medium, or hard. You won't know until you play it. It's a multiple choice, or as we used to say in school, multiple guess. Answer it right and you add 5 points to your score. Answer it wrong and you deduct 5 points. Remember, the wildcard is optional. Here's an example. Category: The Road Warriors. Your difficulty is easy. Lucky you. Question: which of these tag team titles weren't held by the Road Warriors? 1. The AWA World Tag Team Championship. 2. The WWF Tag Team Championship. 3. The ECW Tag Team Championship. 4. The NWA World Tag Team Championship. The correct answer is 3. The ECW Tag Team Championship. Good luck! Question 1. Easy. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on January 8th, 1947 in Auckland, New Zealand. This wrestler was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2015. Clue number 2. This wrestler found success early in his career, teaming with a fellow New Zealander. The duo worked as the Kiwis, competing in New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Canada, and many other countries. Clue number 3. This wrestler is best known for his team with Butch Miller, but he also found tag team success with Jonathan Boyd in Southeastern Championship Wrestling and Southwestern Championship Wrestling. Clue number 4. This wrestler and Butch Miller had a bloody feud with the Fantastics. Clue number 5. This wrestler worked a comedy gimmick with Butch Williams in the WWF that occasionally involved looking wrestlers' faces, fans' faces, and even each other's faces. Who's that wrestler? Who is Luke Williams, aka Bushwhacker Luke? Question 2. Easy. Clue number 1. This second-generation wrestler was born on July 4th, 1960. This wrestler began wrestling around 1980 and found his greatest success in Jim Crockett Promotions and World Championship Wrestling. Clue number 2. This wrestler allegedly adopted the masked identity, the Yellow Dog, in Championship Wrestling from Florida. Clue number 3. This wrestler formed a successful tag team with Mike Rotunda, capturing the WWF Tag Team Championship twice. Clue number 4. This wrestler turned heel after betraying tag team partner Lex Luger. This wrestler joined the Four Horsemen and used the Claw as his finisher. Clue number 5. This wrestler worked in the WWF under the gimmicks The Widowmaker and The Stalker. Who's that wrestler? Who is Barry Windham? Question 3. Medium. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on January 19th, 1988 in Middlefield, Ohio. He began wrestling around 2014, working in independent promotions, including the International Wrestling Cartel and American Revolution Wrestling. Clue number 2. This wrestler broke into the national scene when he debuted in All Elite Wrestling in 2019. This wrestler began his AEW career as a bodyguard. Clue number 3. This wrestler battled Cody Rhodes in a highly regarded steel cage match in February 2020 as part of Cody Rhodes running a gauntlet to get a match against Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Clue number 4. This wrestler joined some of All Elite Wrestling's heels in the faction known as the Pinnacle. Clue number 5. This wrestler is nicknamed Mr. Mayhem. Who's that wrestler? Who is Wardlow? Question 4. Medium. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on January 10th, 1951, in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Although best known for his campaigns in Southern promotions, he later worked in the WWF as enhancement talent. Clue number 2. This wrestler worked in the faction The Convertible Blondes with Gary Royal and Rip Rogers in International Championship Wrestling. There, he held the promotion's version of the United States Championship and its United States Tag Team Championship. Clue number 3. This wrestler lost a stipulation match to Ronnie Garvin, where he had to wear a mop on his head until he won another match. Clue number 4. This wrestler held the NWA Southern Heavyweight Championship and Championship Wrestling from Florida twice, defeating Kevin Sullivan and Jim Neidhart for the title. Clue number 5. This wrestler turned heel in Jim Crockett Promotions, aka Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, attacking Jimmy Valiant and joining manager Paul Jones' faction. Who's that wrestler? Who is Pistol Pez Watley? Question 5. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on January 15th, 1930, in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Despite a poor upbringing, he was able to train at the local YMCA thanks to a complimentary membership he received as a news carrier. This wrestler debuted in 1947. Clue number 2. This wrestler reportedly took a young Steve Keirn under his wing while Keirn's father was a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Clue number 3. This wrestler worked as the kayfabe brother of Nature Boy Buddy Rogers before taking on his best-known wrestling name. Interestingly, this wrestler had several kayfabe brothers. Clue number 4. This wrestler and one of his kayfabe brothers enjoyed success in Capital Wrestling, capturing the NWA United States Tag Team Championship 4 times. Clue number 5. This wrestler bought into a promotion owned by Clarence Cowboy Luttrell. This wrestler was president of the National Wrestling Alliance from 1976 to 1978 and was considered one of the best bookers in the industry. This wrestler was friends with WWF promoter Vince McMahon Sr. and the two shared talent. Who's that wrestler? Who is Eddie Graham? Question 6. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on January 23, 1938 in Sancho, Japan. This wrestler was introduced to the grappling game by Ricky Dozan, who told him he would make a good wrestler. This wrestler debuted in 1960. Clue number 2. This wrestler toured in the United States, earning a WWF Championship match against Bruno Sammartino at Madison Square Garden in February 1964. Clue number 3. This wrestler held the NWA World Heavyweight Championship 3 times, defeating and later losing to Jack Briscoe and Harley Race for the title. Clue number 4. Although this wrestler was best known for his pro wrestling exploits, he played professional baseball in Japan before he became a wrestler. Clue number 5. This wrestler formed a popular tag team with Antonio Inoki, and their team captured the NWA International Tag Team Championship twice. Who's that wrestler? Who is Giant Baba? Question 7. Ridiculous. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on March 5th, 1927, in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. He served in the United States Navy during World War II before becoming a professional wrestler in 1951 and competed into the late 1960s. Clue number 2. This wrestler found early success in Toronto's Maple Leaf Wrestling. Like many wrestlers, he worked under different names during his career. One name he used was Chief Vest. Clue number 3. This wrestler also competed in Stampede Wrestling, and Bret Hart claims he was his favorite wrestler growing up. This wrestler used the bow and arrow submission hold. Clue number 4. This wrestler was known for his brutal feud with Dr. Jerry Graham in Georgia Championship Wrestling. In Georgia, he teamed with Red McIntyre, capturing the NWA International Tag Team Championship. Clue number 5. This wrestler teamed with Chief Little Eagle to win the NWA Texas Tag Team Championship, only to lose it to Ben and Mike Sharp. This wrestler also held the Georgia version of the NWA World Tag Team Championship with Chief Little Eagle. Who's that wrestler? Who is Chief Big Heart? Now it's time to play the wild card. Dare to play the wild card? Remember, the wild card is optional. This week's wild card category: Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Difficulty: hard. Which of these titles was not held by Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Jim Crockett Promotions, aka Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling? 1. The NWA United States Championship. 2. The NWA World Tag Team Championship. 3. The NWA Television Championship. 4. All of the above. The answer is 3. The NWA Television Championship. Jimmy Superfly Snuka held the NWA United States Championship once and the NWA World Tag Team Championship twice in Jim Crockett Promotions. Now it's time to add up your score. Let's have the coach tell you how you did. Coach?
How'd you do? No points. You set up the ring. While you're at it, sweep up the gym. 1 to 5 points. You're a wrestling school student. 6 to 10 points. You're a local talent, or what I like to call a bum. 11 to 15 points. You're a jobber to the stars. 16 to 20 points. You're a mid-card talent. 21 to 25 points. You're an upper-card talent. 26 to 30 points. You're a main eventer. 31 to 34 points. You're the undisputed world champion. 35 points. You're a living legend. While you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Wrestling's greatest moments. The channel that celebrates the squared circle.